All right, awesome. I think we are good to go. I'm not sure if it's recording, but I'm just gonna wait a minute. Okay, there we go. Let's see. Nice. All right, we are. Looks good, I think. Okay. Awesome possum. Okay, I think everything is good to go on the stream. So we are gonna start rolling with it. Okay. Let's see. Go delete all these previous levels I had before. And we're probably just gonna clean up our whole entire chart, honestly. I'm just gonna clean up the whole thing and then most likely just retry it all out again. See, I have like a bunch of old ones over here too. Just been hanging out. So let's go ahead and get this cleaned up. Broke out of this downtrend from back in August. Jeez, I can't believe I had it on there for that long. Some of my things got all messed up too. You can see them. But cool. Oh wow, we got some people in here. Hey, what's up everyone? Trading with Mitch, late night live. Let's get it. Curd, me wrong. Hello. Welcome guys to the live stream. Yeah, I figured I'm gonna get back, or I'm gonna get into charting sessions. So yeah, I'm. Truth be told, I guess I'm just gonna go ahead and get it started because I think this is gonna post onto my YouTube channel as well. But I've been slacking it big time with the charting. I used to be very on top of it, charting on a daily basis and just getting it in, like screen time. And I've been slacking for the last 2 to 3 months. I haven't really been doing the type of charting that I typically would do. So it's unfortunate, but I think me getting into this whole live stream thing of forcing myself to, be on here and forcing myself to chart, it's gonna be good. I think it's gonna be good for me because I was actually having a conversation with one of my trader friends for like almost 2 hours. I don't know if you guys know her. Her name's Christina, but she's super duper cool. And I was sharing with her how I've been really slacking it. And I think part of it is because, working in corporate, I'm getting used to like this whole stability of, getting like a constant paycheck and that kind of thing. And it's been pulling me away from what really matters is, being consistent with my trading, whether I'm doing good or bad, like as in wins and losses. But I'm not doing these important steps like charting and journaling like I used to, which I used to do like very heavily. And I think that's what really helped me with kind of growing in my journey so far. But by obviously slacking, it's definitely has pulled me back a little bit. And I've noticed that the last 2 to 3 months as well. So just gonna be honest right off the bat. Hey, what's up, YJ King? Thanks everyone for popping in. I know it's a really late one, but I want to go ahead and just get this going. I don't know. Just I think it was that conversation I had with my friend that kind of put it over the top. I can't allow myself to be lazy and unproductive. Like I'm feeling like that right now. I got off of the gym super late. I ate dinner so late, and I live in California. So it's Pacific Standard Time. It's currently, what time is it? It's pretty late though. It's 10:31 my time. So I'm ready to go to bed. It's just been quite a day. So, yeah, how are you? How's everyone doing though? I hope you guys have been doing all right. Killing it in the market, I hope. Okay, hopefully I don't look too crazy in the camera, but keeping the red light on so I could, build up that melatonin. Let's see, Mitch. I feel you on that. I've been slacking all around as far as charting and pumping videos. It happens to everyone, I think, but live charting sessions are a great idea. Hey, I mean, I'm I'm glad I'm not alone in it, but I definitely hope that you're able to get back on track on your plan too. I don't know, maybe it's something in the air. You know what I mean? But either way, I mean, I hope that you're able to get back on track with yours, Mitch. But yeah, hopefully this does help because I need to step it up, dude. 2024 is going to be about payouts and just grinding. So, let's see. It's 9:30 a.m. Curry. That's crazy. It's literally a whole like almost 12-hour difference. So you must be in a different part of the world. So I appreciate you for, coming in during this time. I hella appreciate you. Tony, we're in Cali. I'm from Angel. Oh, sweet, dude. I'm actually not too sure how far that is from where I'm at, but I'm in SoCal. So, what's up, Mizzo? What's up? Hopefully, I'm saying your name right. But hey, I appreciate that. I'm rooting for you too. I hope that you're killing it in the market, especially with all these all-time highs on the NASDAQ and just in general. Like, it's been such a crazy time seeing how the charts have been playing out, like in unmarked territory. This is my first time ever trading in unmarked territory. So, to be quite frank, I'm not sure how to go about the charting for it as we move up in the ranks. So, I guess we'll all like figure it out as we go, right? If you guys have any like tips or suggestions and ideas when it comes to what you think is going to happen as we go through this uncharted territory, feel free to put it in the chat because I would love to know what you're thinking. But I'm going to go ahead and dabble in now into some of the charting. I kind of cleared up most of like all the extra stuff I had. So if you barely are popping in, what's up, everyone? Thanks for coming in. How is everyone doing, by the way? But if you just popped in, I just cleaned out most of my levels. So there's actually some more on the bottom, just a couple, but I'm just going to go ahead and leave those for now. And to give you a quick overview as well, before I do get into like the nitty gritty, and I'm eventually going to have to do like a real sit down on how I specifically chart and why I chart the way I do, because I know that was one of the video ideas you guys were asking me to do. I'm definitely going to be doing that, trust and believe. But to give you an overview of what you're seeing here is, yes, it's NASDAQ. I'm on the 4 hour. And for me, I keep these main things on my chart now. So I use the VWAP, of course. I focus a lot on pivots of support and resistance levels that I got from Lux Algo with part of the TradingView Premium. And then Lux Algo's trend lines with breaks. And that's just because I want it to be automated to show me like trend lines and support and resistance, so I don't have to always go in and manually do it myself. So now when I do hop into the charts, it's already set for me every single time I go in. And then a part of, I'm not sure which one it is, but it shows me like, a moment to buy and sell. I kind of want to remove these little buy sell indicator things that comes with one of these two, just because sometimes it throws me off and it builds like a bias that I don't want to have, because I want to obviously go off the bias of what I believe is happening with the price action. So, yeah. Anyways, that's an overview of what my chart kind of plays off. And then lastly, for pivots, I only keep, I believe, the last 2 days or the day before, because I don't like having too much on the chart, to be quite frank. So, at least I don't think my charts are too noisy. But yeah, anyways, let's go ahead and dive into it though. So I'm gonna start off on the higher time frame first. And I think I'm gonna focus on these support levels, or like the demand levels, if you want to call it that. Because again, uncharted territory is, I don't see anything on the upside to even be charting. So Anyways, this looks kind of interesting here. We are bouncing off this pivot 1, 2, 3 times. Looks like it's holding there too. Nice breakout. So I'm gonna go ahead and just mark this for now. It might have already been used, and I slightly adjusted the way that I kind of at least build my demand and supply zones with my boxes. Before I would use like the shorter wick or even like the longer wick, whichever wick I just feel like in the moment. But now I'm kind of sticking to candle bodies to keep my zones a lot smaller. And that's just personal preference for right now. But yeah, I'm gonna come look at the chat in just a second, but let me just at least put this level on first. It's a little cold in my room. I should put my heater on. I feel like I'm gonna start shivering in the middle of charting. It's gonna be kind of embarrassing. This is a nice 4 hour as well because we had a strong push upside. This is a nice bounce off of the 4 hour, and we have this, what is this called? Support level as well right off this first trend line building. So I feel pretty good about this level. Okay, I'm gonna actually, no, I'm gonna leave it like that. That's fine. This is a pretty nice 4 hour, very clean as well. And I like this one a lot because there's only really one long wick and it's like the size of this candle body. So I'm sorry. Yeah, this wick is the same size as this candle body, and I like this a lot because we had a lot of resistance here. And then at this point off the 4 hour time frame, we had a really nice solid push through and up. So I feel like this would be a really great play if we ever come down to this level, or maybe even this here too. Actually, no, this is a strong candle, but it's not strong enough compared to this one that I marked. So I like this one right here a lot. I think this might be a really great level for us to play off in the future. If you ever get like a reversal, I would like that a lot. And then I might just do one more because we're already up near 18,000 on the NASDAQ. Maybe these two might be my last 4 hour sections. I kind of like this one's not too bad actually. We'll take it as the wick instead of the candle body. We brought it down to the wick just because it will include this support level and it's the build off of this trend line. And plus we have this little inside bar here too. So this is like just this whole section in general looks pretty good to me. So I'm gonna go ahead and mark her up as the 4 hour with the wick, and then this last one down here with the wick too, just because why not. Usually if the wick isn't too long then I'll include it, but that's just a more recent change I added for myself. But yeah, let's go ahead and pause there. I'm gonna look at the chat real quick. I just wanted to put on my 4 hour zones, so that's how it looks like for now. All right, let's see. Do you think the best time to trade is New York Open and London close for NASDAQ? That's a great question, Kurt. For me personally, I only trade the New York Open. I feel as if there's a lot more volume that time, and I like when there's a lot of volume because there's more momentum. And so, with like normal trading hours when people are barely coming into the market at 6:32, it's not just futures. So there's just like so many people that are popping in. So that's why I think the New York Open for me personally is a great time to trade for volume and momentum. For London close, I think that's, if I'm not mistaken, that's like pre-market. And I think a lot of people also tap into that time frame. So you can't really go wrong. I think it really depends on the kind of like price action you're looking for, because sometimes the good moves happen before like the open anyways. So if you're able to wake up at that time, I don't see why not. Let's see. Mizzo. Tough environment for a new trader, but you will learn so much. I also started trading when market was pushing all-time highs a few years ago and have gone a long way. I'm also from SoCal. You got this. As for all-time highs, use your projections and trade the trend till it breaks. Solid suggestion, especially with the last couple of days and the past week. It's been yeah, she's been trending all right. I mean, as you can clearly tell, she's just been going. So that's a great tip. And you're right, I think with all-time highs in uncharted territory, I'm a little nervous. Like I've only been in futures trading for a little over a year, and during that time we've had levels on both sides, like the upside and the downside. So this is a moment for me to learn a lot. And although I feel like 2024 is going to be a great year, I also feel just a little scared because of what can happen. So it's like a mixture of things. What's up, Bao Bao? Oh my God, it's good to see you. So good to see you. How are you doing, Bao Bao? What's up? What's up? Tony, just found you when I was searching up my funded futures. Do you recommend them for your first account? I've been paper trading, like to prepare. Ooh, that's honestly, if I can go back in time, like I've shared this on my channel. I'm gonna say it again. I'm not a consistently profitable trader, and that's the point of my channel, to kind of document as I go. So if I could go back in time, I would definitely do the whole paper trading route. And I don't think it's too late for me. Like I'm actually using the Top Step practice account to do practice trades because I do want to make sure like I'm executing still, even if I'm not like actively shooting for payouts or using my personal funded account, because I gotta make sure I'm practicing. So good for you on like sticking on the paper trading for a couple weeks at least. And as far as recommendation for first account, you can't really go wrong if you are leaning towards my funded futures. I think if you are looking at their starter plan, some of their rules that are already like attached to it, it like will force you to have a foundation of restricting yourself for certain things, like the scaling plan. It limits how many contracts you can use, which is pretty helpful because it's so easy to oversize. Like I found myself doing that today, and I blew through one of those 50K starter plans because I was trying to rush it. So I think that the starter plan is a good one to pick if you are trying to do my funded futures. And plus it's end of day drawdown, which is really good for, I think, beginner traders too. My Conesian, been watching your content, keep going, appreciate it. Oh, thanks so much. Appreciate the love and for the support for watching my journey. It's definitely like frightening sometimes to post my journey when, whether it's like the highs or the lows, and if it's about trading or my personal life, it can be a little daunting because it's on the internet and you don't know how some people are going to react. But I hope that you guys will take it, real and transparent, because I'm human. I go through crap like anybody else, and I have winning periods, I have losing periods, and right now it's just one of those times where I got to pay out from Apex, but I'm not performing good. I've been performing very, very crappy actually. So, appreciate you. Let's see. I'm just trying to catch up on the chat here before I go back to charting the rest here. Um, where am I? Mitch, is NASDAQ the only thing you've been trading? Yeah, Mitch, I've only been trading the NASDAQ. I'm doing my best to make sure I understand it the most because I think it resonates a lot with my personality for trading, like very, very fast movement. I don't like the ES because it's way too slow, and I think the patience I have doesn't correlate with ES that well. So, I mean, I think it would be good practice for me to work on that, with trading ES, but I think for right now, I'm gonna stick with the NASDAQ. But yeah, dude, Bitcoin, I recently got into crypto and I'm not even mad about it. I'm hoping, praying on my life that XRP goes up because, yeah, your girl's ready to quit corporate. So, let's see. Sorry for your loss. I was here when you're going through. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, it was an eye opener, and it makes you really think about how life is very short. So I guess a quick thing to everyone in the chat right now, and if you're watching this after the live stream's over, make sure you're taking advantage of the time you have left with the people around you, and you're doing things you love, because you never know when life can be over. So I'm gonna go back into the charting in just a second, just a couple more chats. Right now, Bao Bao, I have one funded left, which is the one you guys saw, that I got my payout from. And then for evals, I'm doing the my funded futures eval right now. Let's see. Tops up will give me. I feel that, Eric. I'm waiting for some other companies to have Tradeovate so I can start using Tradeovate with TradingView. I don't like to trade with companies that don't have the trading platform of my choice. So, yeah. Okay, cool. I'm gonna go ahead and pause on the live chat real quick just so that I can get some of these levels on here, because I feel bad if you guys are in here and you're not seeing me chart. So if you guys have any questions about some of the levels I've marked, feel free to throw it in there, but hopefully I was able to explain most of them as I was going. But let's go ahead and drop it down to the 3 hour. Wow, it's a little cold in here. I'm serious, I don't know why. Okay, so if you didn't know, I am focused on making my demand levels first. So, so that kind of correlates. This is kind of interesting here. This is a really strong push up, so seems like a pretty nice level. Long wick means we have some buying pressure, and we have a trend line built up here. We might have after we pull up to R1, maybe a nice pullback to retest this level again, like around 17,800, 17,830. But for 3 hour, this one doesn't seem too bad. I think for now I'll mark it, but I'm not like super crazy about it. It's just because it's a higher time frame level, so it might work out in the future. But for right now, we'll just leave it. Oh yeah, this one's kind of pretty. I like this one here. A lot of green is good when we come off demand levels. So this would be a nice retracement if we do pull back. I really like this one here too. Oops. Okay, and this is one of my favorites when we have multiple like higher time frames all kind of corresponding to the same thing. So this 4 hour here matches with the 3 hour, and we have a pivot point. We have 1, 2 pivot points. Like if we ever retrace back to this level in the future, that would be kind of interesting to see that, but who knows if we will, because yeah, I mean, the chart does whatever it wants to do, right? So yeah, that's pretty good for now for a 3 hour. Okay, let's drop it to 2. I'll check the live chat when we get down to the 1 hour time frame. I don't see anything there. Nope, nope, nope. This one's a good push up, but it's too claustrophobic for me. So if we ever get down to this section, I'll probably look for more like lower time frames for entries and executions. But for the 2 hour, I don't see a point of adding it in for now. It's going to be just too many boxes here. Same idea here too, because it's so close within this range between 900 down to 860. Although this is a nice push upward, especially for the 2 hour, and it's a tiny little inside candle, this will be really good in my opinion, but because it's very close, I'm not going to mark it. And this is beautiful too. 4 hour is correlating really similar to the 2. And then that little tiny inside bar, I don't know if you guys can see that, but same idea, just like the 3 and 4 hours I talked about earlier, it kind of all matches up. So really strong like bias for me. If we ever come down here, that it might be a really great level to test. So yeah, okay, let me do this 1 hour, and I'm gonna go turn on the heater after because I am so cold. It's not even funny. I'm like kind of shaking for no reason. So you know what? Pause. 1 second, guys. Let me go. Turn my heater on. Please let me know if that is too loud, but yeah, I'm cold. So, all right, let's just pause right here on the 1 hour, and I'm gonna catch up on the live chat, okay? So let's see what we got. Yeah, Micronesian, I love Apex. I mean, that's why I trade with them. I've got multiple payouts from them, and they haven't, turned me away from the payouts I've submitted since July. And I mean, I've had a great experience with them so far, to be honest. So I'm not against that comment at all. Okay, let's see. Mizzo, there we go. Funny or not. No rules, no restrictions. Props for the launchpad. Yeah, that's facts. I actually dabbled a little bit into a personal live account earlier this month, and it was a sign for me that I'm still not ready for one. So definitely staying on, like, for me, the curve of prop firms and just allowing it to be that launchpad is super big for me because I'm actually able to take payouts from them rather than trying to put it into a personal live and thinking that I can flip, a $2,500 account to something big when that's not possible right now. Oh yeah, yeah. And me too. Like I work corporate too. But I just so for some reason like in the past when I've tried London session, it was only a short amount of time I was actually able to do okay, but most of the time I don't do well because the volume's not fully there for me and momentum. But again, that's also patience that plays into even being able to trade London session. I respect London traders. Like you have to be so patient for the moves to happen. Like it's crazy. Tony, thank you for that. Appreciate. Yeah, yeah, of course. My typical trading hours, I trade New York Open, so it depends on my work schedule because sometimes I have to have an early meeting, and it depends on like a customer call and a customer meeting for like setting up the instruments that we sell. So it's things like that. So sometimes I have an early call meeting like at 6 a.m., sometimes 7 a.m. And then my normal time I work is 8. So if I do have a normal work schedule, then my trading hours would start at New York Open like 6:30, and then I'll trade until like 7 the latest usually. So that's kind of like the range I go in. I try to keep it short, like 15-minute trade sessions, up to an hour if I have the time, but it really depends. But yeah, I definitely trade the morning only. Oh yeah, beautiful double top. I respected that area, but Nas broke the top. I'm confused by that sometimes. Yeah, double tops are really tricky, especially with uncharted territory for me. So I think that's what's really messing me up the last 2 weeks is trying to adjust to not knowing what is our like ceiling or our roof, so to speak. So yeah, really got to work on that. I don't know if my camera is working. Oh yeah, it is. Okay, cool. Um, Yay, thanks so much, B Cheeks, for coming in. Yeah, a little charting sesh, can't go wrong. About to go back into the charts right now, but still catching up on the chat here. And then Midge, yeah, I saw your message as well. I still want to do like a little, get together podcast interview thing. But one thing that I've realized as well is I've started to publicly share because I shared this with the My Funded Futures team that, and even on, I was recording a video about it too, that don't feel like I offer enough like impact and as much value to the community as other like creators or traders in this space. And for me, like it's just about being real and being honest about where I'm at. And I think that in itself is relatable to a lot of people in our community and in social media. So when it comes to like interviews and like talking about trading and talking about like payouts and like profitability and all this stuff, I just don't feel like I have enough to offer yet because I'm still building time under my belt and experience, and I still want to be able to prove to myself that like I have what it takes, and that prove to myself that like what I'm doing is actually working over time, like consistency or consistently. And then obviously, everyone that has been following me, like you'll be able to see in time if I have been actually, proving myself through what I'm doing. And when I get to that point, then I'll be able to like feel comfortable to sit down and have like a real interview. And yeah, because a few companies actually have reached out to me about like wanting to do that and like having partnerships and stuff. And I just I just know I'm not at the right place, and I don't think it would be fair to like take that time out of everyone's day of doing that when I know I'm not there yet. If that makes sense. I hope you guys know where I'm coming from, but yeah, that was kind of a long answer to your question. Yeah, that's true. Props definitely minimize market tuition because it's expensive to learn trading. um, let's see. Oh, Bao Bao, live trading, a live charting every day. I'll try. I'll try. I was surprised I even, did it today. I was kind of hesitant because I didn't know if anyone would actually want to join, but it seems like quite a bit of people are here. So thank you everyone for being around and hanging out with me, especially this late. So thank you guys. Might have to take you up on doing it every day. We'll see. Um, let's see. Sudharshan, I'm doing all right. Thank you for asking. Surprisingly not sick, so that's a huge plus. But I'm doing all right. Yeah, I'm just tired from long days of work and going to the gym and just trying to get myself right, to be honest. And I've been going out like almost every weekend, and I've been on some vacations recently too. So yeah, my mind hasn't been fully in trading, and it's just been completely elsewhere. I don't even know where it's been, but I'm alive. I'm alive. I'm doing okay. How are you doing though? How are you doing? How's everyone else doing in the chat? Oh, this is a beautiful, beautiful push right here. I really like this a lot. But it's so close to our... So one thing I'll say about this 1 hour zone, this would be a beautiful zone for me to mark up. And you know what? I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to do it. So I don't know if you guys recall from a couple minutes ago when I was talking about the 2, 3, and 4 hour time frame all matching up in this last box down here. Oops, sorry. Okay, in this box down here, and then just to show you what I'm talking about, if I can find it, because now I've lost it. But they've all correlated to this same section right here, right? So I really like this area a lot. But that 1 hour right here that we just marked up, I guess for me it would be more like the first bounce off. So I don't know what is happening with my chart, guys. Bear with me, bear with me. What in the world? Oh my goodness. Oh, here it is. Okay, okay. So what I would like to see possibly happen is this would be like our first level of quote unquote defense. So if we were to ever in the future like come down, I can't draw, I don't know how to draw on TradingView, but if we were ever like come down into it, I would like to see some type of demand to push off, so you'll be able to capture like some points off of this. Now depending on obviously the strength of that day, if we're able to have a little bit of a push upward, we might have to look at lower time frame to see what like specific level on the inside of this could work. But I would like to see it as a first level of defense, so bounce off of it or kind of like trickling here. But if we have a lot of strength and momentum to the downside, then this would be like my second TP, 100%. So TP1 would be around this area, and then TP2 would be around here. And then as we dive into the smaller time frames and we look at this section, we'll be able to dissect this area to see what would be like the best exit, so to speak. But again, it really depends on the day and what the price action looks like, what news we have, and all that good stuff on that day. But that's kind of like an idea that I usually look for when I'm actually charting, to see what would be good areas for like push and pull. But for the most part, that's pretty much it for the 1 hour. Don't really see anything else unless I missed it on the top part. But let me go ahead and just look up here really quick. I don't think I missed anything. That's okay, we'll leave it. I mean, we have these pivot levels as well as indicators, so we'll just leave that one alone. But I think that's fine. Yeah. Let's go down to the 45. So we have a few little ones around here already. So we have this one, we have this one, and we have this one. So this is the part of the charting that I'm still trying to understand best of like what works. And so it really depends, I think, on the market day and the market structure and just how it flows. But essentially I would have 3 sections pulled up. So the reason why I prefer this as a 45-minute compared to this is because the second bar, or I'm sorry, the second candle right after it is not that strong, right? We have some hesitation here. But then for the second one on this red candle to the second one here, and then this one, it's a very strong push up. So this 45-minute looks pretty good there. This one's obviously a very strong one, and then this one too. So we're just going to go ahead and mark all 3 for now, and then we'll adjust it depending on the 30 and the 15. So before I type in that they're 45-minute candles, or I'm sorry, demand zones, I'm just going to look at the 30-minute. So as you can see, so this one's a really interesting one. So this one was the first 45 that I drafted up. Let me just show you one more time, right here. But if I go into the 30-minute, you can see that we have a strong push all the way up here too. So in this case, sounds a little weird, but I would prefer this one because we have strong confluence here, and then it would match up with the 45. Now typically I think the higher time frames are stronger, Like the 45 is better than the 30 in my opinion, but because there is a 45 like small little candle down here that is technically a level, it does match with the 30. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this one instead. And if it doesn't work out, it's totally okay. But at least I have it marked out. Cool. And then this one, so you can see like this doesn't really match up with anything. We do have an inside bar over here, which kind of makes sense, but we had to bounce off. But I'm gonna go ahead and mark this one instead. I'm just gonna remove this one for now. So the 30 and the 45 match up on this one. Okay, and I'm gonna go ahead and jump a little bit lower in the time, or I'm sorry, in the chart. Oh yeah, we have another one. This kind of matches up with that 1 hour from earlier, I think. We'll go ahead and leave it still. And then we'll chart it later if anything. This is nothing really there. Got some long wicks though. That's about it. Yeah, I'm not really seeing anything there. This might be a level of support. Okay, we'll just leave it for now too. It is a lower time frame, so it's nothing crazy for me to like have to really worry about or think about. I kind of like this idea right here too. It kind of adds to the same strong level we have been talking about. So this one kind of looks interesting to build on this idea. But we already know that this is a really strong area that we might need in the future, so I'm not going to go ahead and waste another box. We're just going to leave it. Okay. So yeah, looks good for now. Okay. Just going to read the chat real quick before we go into the... Interesting, this is interesting. The 15. Okay. Jorge, how long have you been profitable for? I'm not a consistently profitable trader just yet. I'm working towards it, but I have been able to take out, oh my gosh, I want to say 5 or 6 payouts with Apex so far, give or take. I might be wrong, but around that area. I could double check, but yeah. That's how many payouts I've taken, and as far as like my overall journey, if I am profitable, I'm not, unfortunately. First year, I'm down red a bit. I don't know how much. I gotta actually sit down to calculate all that, but yeah, that is our goal for this year, is to take more payouts though. I actually, something I want to share, I was making a video about this past weekend, and I ended up like just having it saved on my computer. I'm not going to post it because I tend to make multiple videos and I just keep it saved on my computer without posting it for no apparent reason. I don't know why, but something that I was talking about in that video was just the journey and consistency and just like working on flaws and this and that, you know. And it's so funny because between October to December, I had a couple of funded accounts that had met the payout days, it met the payout safety threshold, and all I had to do was either submit the request into the dashboard and then don't trade the account, or I already submitted the request, but I had to wait for the approval email to come in, right? And instead of waiting for either of the two things, instead of doing that, I blew the accounts and I lost like, I think 4 payouts that I could have had by this point. So it's just a stupid mistakes, you know, and in hindsight, obviously I wish that I did better, but that's why 2024, it's about like making sure I secure those freaking payouts, because I am so tired of letting those slip through my fingers and just not sticking through with it. So yeah, hopefully answered your question though. Let's see, Mitch, feeling that, give yourself some credit. Oh, thanks, Mitch. I appreciate you, dude. Yeah, dude, for sure. I mean, I'm super open to it. So thank you for saving that spot for me, you know what I'm saying? So hopefully in the future it's gonna all play out. And if it does, then you best believe I'll be hitting you up for that spot on that interview. Yondon, if I'm saying your name right, Yondon. I have heard of ICT, yes. And then, do you remember me, Jess? Sweetheart. I feel like I remember you maybe from the beginning of 2023, but please correct me if I'm wrong because there's so many traders that I've met through social media, and yeah, please don't come for me. Yeah. But remind me how we met, or like give me like a little hint, because I'm pretty sure I do. Because it sounds like we met like early 2023. Why do you prefer Apex over Top Step? I have an interest for both. They're definitely in my top faves, so it's not like one is better than the other. I think that every prop firm that I've traded with, I've weighed out like the pros and cons for each one, and that's why I stay as open minded as possible when it comes to trading these different prop firms. And it's funny because I was talking to my friend earlier, like I mentioned in the beginning of this live stream, and I was telling, or she was asking me, if I've traded through all these different companies because I like talk about them. Like, yeah, dude, like I've spent money on every single prop firm that I've talked about because I want to try it out for myself, and I want to make sure that the experience that I get with them is worth it. Especially because I know some people are following me to know about my experience with prop firms, and especially as a new trader. So I've definitely spent some cash on these companies, and being able to weigh out the pros and cons between them all, it's just some are really great for the payout policy, some are really great for the amount of contracts you can use, some are great without the scaling plan. Like, I think it really depends on what you're looking for. And I guess to maybe answer your question in a different light, I think long term, definitely having the companies that know or that are going to move you to a live account, it shows that they have like the reputation of being able to like stay around longer, and that's just my opinion because everyone's entitled to their own opinion. But yeah, I hope that answers your question somewhat. So yeah, as far as preferring one over the other, I trade them all, baby. Come on, I'm open-minded. Bao trade size, it really depends on the trade itself. So I range anywhere between like 1 to 3 cons. If I'm feeling super duper like on it, sometimes I'll push like 4. And that's if I'm like really on it. Like that's when I'll like on those days, I don't know, just something feels different. One of my recent trades I posted on my YouTube community tab was when I made like a little over 2K with 3 contracts. And it was like, I think like a 30-40 point move or something like that. You guys can go check on the channel, I had it posted. And that was like such a beautiful day. I took advantage of making sure I had enough cons on it, but it's not like every single day I'll be like throwing 3 cons. On the days that I'm like super YOLOing, don't get me wrong, I'll max con and I black out sometimes, and I'm human, like I make stupid mistakes. So those days, like I don't even keep track of how many cons I use, but I really try to stay like below 3 for the most part. I found that 2 is like my sweet spot, and then 3 is like I'm ready to capitalize. So yeah. Vince, hey, congrats, dude. I'm so happy that you're able to pass. Let's go. Nothing's better than seeing people be able to pass their evaluations, and now it's just a matter of getting those payouts. Like, you got this, honestly. You got this. That's what 2024 is all about. Oh my god, so no way. Okay, yeah. I know who you are. I'm not even sure if I'm saying your name right, but Sudharsha, let's go. I remember you, dude. Yes, 100%. Contractor days. Yeah, I don't think I ever got your first name actually, so that's probably why I didn't recognize your name. But if you had that to start, yeah, I know you. How have you been, dude? How's everything? How's trading? Like, let me know. Please tell me that everything is good with your family. Personal life is going well, I hope. Sean, first time to your live stream. Oh, thank you so much for coming by, Sean. Appreciate you, dude. Appreciate you. Yeah, I hope we're able to take advantage of some good trades today too, because your girl's been like struggling. I've been struggling. I don't know, just I'm not trading to the potential that I know I can trade. All right, let's see. I'm gonna go through the few chats here and then finish up the session. Oh, Bao, day in the life of a prop trader. That'd be kind of cool. I wonder if people would actually be interested in that. If you guys would like to see something like that, let me know, and maybe I'll do it. I just don't know if my life is interesting enough. So maybe I'll have to do it on a day where I plan a bunch of stuff and just take you through. If you're not from California already, maybe I can take you through some places in California or something. Everything's awesome. Back to, hey, congrats, dude. Let's go. Full-time trading. Was everything the reason why you took a break on, full-time trading was just trying to get life back on track and stuff like that? Or how's everything going with family? Like, is family good? Is family healthy and wealthy? I know it's been cold, at least over here in the States. Like, it's cold from the West Coast to the East Coast. Living in California, we've been going through a lot of floods, and it's been so bad because we are not prepared for floods. Like, we had a tornado warning, and we are not ready for that, dude. I didn't realize that I was in the Wizard of Oz movie. I'm about to get flown away to the middle of nowhere, and I'm not ready for it at all. Like, my clothes, I don't wear that kind of stuff, like rain jackets and rain boots and stuff, because, like, we're right next to the beach. Like, it's all about, shorts and flip-flops and stuff, so yeah, it's been kind of crazy. So seen some of your vids, great content, Lonzi. Hey, thanks so much, Trader Guy. Appreciate you for coming through and following along. Yeah, I try to be as real as possible. I think that's the biggest thing for me, is just being real, that, like, I'm still new. To me, I feel new, like a year in for YouTube and for trading, and I've seen, like, those top, like, percent profitable traders out there that are, they're killing it in this market. And, they've been in it for a couple of years, and that's helpful, obviously, with all that chart time that they have. So I'm definitely still learning as I go, but yeah, it's just all about keeping it real, dude. Keeping it real. I take losses all the time. And in hindsight, like, I know the mistakes that I make, and, I reflect on the trades that I do, just like any trader's supposed to. But when you look back at, like, your mistakes sometimes, I don't know if you guys are like this too, but I'm like, dude, like, that was just the stupidest thing you could have done, and what you are supposed to do, yet you still fall victim to, like, silly mistakes. And I think that's all part of being human. So appreciate you for enjoying the honesty. And then right now I'm looking for any 15-minute supply zones. But to be quite frank, I'm not really seeing anything that is worth boxing out. I usually use the 15-minute for, like, more intraday trading. So I might have to call it on the zones. I don't know. This is, like, a whole, like, consolidation area right here. So I'm just going to leave that one alone. There is this little mini one here. Just because I want to throw on a little 15-minute chart, I'm going to go ahead and toss this up here. This could be, like, a section for a possible, like, pullback or something. But this is, I'm going to say, so it's January 18th. I'll probably keep this on the chart for, like, another week or two, and then I might delete it. Because it's a 15-minute time frame, so I'm going to go ahead and put that this is from the 18th. So I'll know that it might not be the strongest zone that I can use. So yeah, that's going to be it on the 15. Let's go back to the top of our chart. And I'm actually going to see if I'm able to do any charts, any supply zones. I doubt it, but we obviously have a lot of resistance. What I'm going to do, since this is our all-time high right now, is I'm just going to mark this as, I usually use pink just because it's bright, but all-time highs. Oops, not text, sorry, style. So that's pretty obvious for me. We're gonna go make it bold, text, it's already bolded, okay, cool. So yeah, cool. Yeah, this is so interesting. Like, this whole section right here, this is right here, just straight up consolidation, dude. It's so ugly. I hate consolidation areas, but Let's look at the 1 hour. Oh, this is a 1 hour right here. Did I not mark that? How did I miss that? Wait, let's see the 30 and 45 real quick. Oh, okay. So, thankfully, we were able to check the 1 hour because I somehow missed it. But I'm going to remove this one. And I know the original reason why I did that one, as I told you guys earlier, but I'm going to switch it now to a 1 hour because 1 hour is way stronger than obviously the 30 or the 45. Let's see which one correlates. Okay, so it's like a mixture of both. So, kind of like this 30. Okay, this is what I'm going to do. Let's see if that would combine both. Yeah, we can do that. Yeah, we'll do that. Okay. So I took it down to the wick so I can include that 30 minutes. So it just gives me a better idea of the range that I can possibly fall into. But we're going to go and mark that as a 30 and 1 hour. Yeah. So this is about 812 to about 800 or so, give or take. We obviously have these long wicks that are pulling down. So it could always, retrace all the way down, especially if we pull up. Again, I would like to see a push up to R1, and then if we're able to break this all-time high, push to R1, and then get a retracement back to this trend line, or maybe even to this 31 hour zone we just created. But that's in an ideal world, obviously. Okay, let's see. No other levels for supply zones. Yeah, just so much consolidating. Consolidation means there's going to be a big move, though. So, get ready, guys. We don't know what's going to happen, but it's going to be real interesting. It's going to be real interesting. Okay, let's see. Anything in the chat? A just vlog would be lit. Yo. Okay, we'll see about that. We'll see about that. D Savage. Yo, what's up? What's up? Welcome into the live stream. So Harshawn, yep, family's good. Got some finances together. Now I'm back with trading and coaching mostly. I didn't know that you did coaching. Is it coaching for trading, or is it coaching for like lifestyle, or what kind of coaching do you do? Baseball, basketball, soccer? If it's life coaching, sign me up, because Lord knows that I need to get my act together. Kirk are looking for the price dump during this session. So Kirk, I'm not placing any trades. I'm just kind of charting to see what levels I'm anticipating for tomorrow morning session. So one thing that I should probably note to everyone watching right now too is that for my levels, especially like the ones that are really close to the current price action and London session and the New York Open, is that it's all subject to change, right? Like anything can happen very quickly. So usually I use the lower time frames between the 15 and the 3 for little zones in between for execution. So right now, I guess like my overall idea is we are pretty darn bullish. Oh, there it goes. Pretty darn bullish. So I would like to see for the most part a push up to R1. And for R1, the reason why is honestly, we don't have any levels to the upside. So at this point, I'm kind of just going based off order flow once I pull a book map. And then also this is one of like the things I use for my execution, which is pivot points. So that's kind of like the bigger picture idea, is pushing a little bit more up before we get a retracement back. For this particular session, not placing trades, but going into New York tomorrow, if we were able to somehow push to all-time highs or push to R1 and get that retracement back, I'd love to see us come retest this pivot P, maybe even this support zone down here on this double long wick. And then lastly, as a third TP would be this S1 within the 30-minute and 1 hour zone. I like this here because this is two confluences as one. We have a demand zone and we have a pivot point here, and we are found between two support levels. So anything really is possible at this point. If we're able to break this first level, or I'm sorry, this support level right here, then it'd be kind of interesting to see a push here. I don't even know if I answered your question, but that's kind of like the ideas that kind of bounce around my head when I see these things play out. So, yeah. Coaching for trading. Nice. That's really cool, Prof Trader. That's really cool. I think that trading is so difficult. So, if people are able to afford like paid mentorship or paid courses or paid whatever that benefits them, shoot, they should go for it. Because I've been through a few paid Discord groups, and that definitely has helped like solidify a little bit of a foundation for me. So, Yonda, I like your channel. You keep it real within a group or Discord. Oh, thanks. Appreciate you for enjoying the channel and supporting the journey. Definitely all about keeping it real and, about trading psychology, especially. I think that's really big for me and something that I would like to see more of in the trading space. Now, I'm going to go on a quick little tangent because I've done most of the charting for my charts already. But one thing about the trading space is there's a lot of information on like strategies and different concepts, models, whatever you want to call it. And that is so helpful in itself because you're able to already shorten your education curve if you spend enough time to find a strategy that works for you and like actually stick to it. But then if we can build on the space on starting to have more like real conversations on trading psychology and the mental health part of it all, because it's so serious. Like I know some creators definitely talk about it, and there's people that I like have recommended, like oh my gosh, it starts with an R. He starts with an R. It's Randy. I believe it's Randy on YouTube. Randy Howell. He's a great like trained psychology page. Like he just keeps it real 100% all the way through and through. So if you guys need something about trained psychology, he's a great one that I used since the get-go, that my friends had recommended to me. And aside from him and other influencers in the space, I think if we could just continue to be real about it, I think that would open new traders' perspective that trading is absolutely difficult. Like it is not easy. Like I'm sure all of us agree with that. Especially like as someone that's new, like the first thing that you see that might come from a possible scammer online is if they're posting a bunch of money and like super materialistic things that grab your attention, and you think that all you have to do is place a few trades and you'll be a millionaire overnight. Like it's not the truth. So, if we're able to all somehow build the space to have more transparency with the mental health part and the darker parts of trading so everyone can know, I think that would kind of sway some of the new traders to possibly not be in the community. I'm not saying that, I'm not trying to deter people away from trading. I think trading is a great way to eventually become financially and time free. But what I'm trying to say is if we're able to be open and honest about the trading psychology and the mental health part of it all, then the people that don't want to deal with that hard part of mentally, challenging yourself and you're always battling yourself and stuff, they might not want to do it. And some people aren't cut out for that, and that's totally okay. Like there's nothing wrong with that. So at least people would know what they're getting themselves into, I guess, like knowing the entire fine print before they get into it. So hopefully the more people in the space are being honest about trained psychology and building on that, I think it would just be more real. I think I'm going on a word vomit at this point, but yeah, come on, let's see if we can break this all-time high, dude. Just get to R1, get a nice little push up, maybe a couple points over, like 920, 930, get a retracement back, maybe retrace the all-time high, or even come all the way back to this consolidation area at pivot P. If we don't have enough strength, any news, just bring it down. That's kind of what I want to see. But as far as the rest of your comment though, Yandan, right now for groups on Discord, Telegram, and WhatsApp, so I do not have Telegram and I do not have WhatsApp. So if anyone has reached out to you under my name, that is not me. So please make sure you be careful about scammers out there. As far as Discord, I am in most of like the prop firm Discords. I'm just not really active on like posting comments, just because I haven't really put the time into staying in the Discord servers as long. I am in my friend's Discord right now, which I have to, this is my new Mac, so I don't have like the information saved, but I'll have to include it on one of my next videos or somewhere so that we can, or you guys can have access to it, because you will find me in there, and especially I think she is starting to come back into this space again. So when she's more active, I'm definitely going to be more active in that Discord group, but it is under my friend Sassy. Her Discord is Slow Brew Trading, which is found on my Twitter if you guys want to check it out or check her out. But her name's Sassy. So you could find me in there, or you can find me in like the Top Step, the Apex, Elite Trader Funding, pretty much all of the prop firms, Discord groups. I'm in it. Yeah, dude, this thing is bumping. Is our plan gonna work out? We don't know, but I mean, it's kind of interesting. Oh, look at this right here. I didn't even see this, you guys. Okay, this will be my last tiny little level, but I'm gonna go ahead and put a little array here just because it's so small. But you guys see this little inside bar? First of all, it's cute, right? But this is like a really great little one to keep note of. Very cute little, like, this is great. I would do the little box actually, but it's kind of too cluttery for me. So I have a feeling that London session is going to do a bunch of moves. So maybe during tomorrow's session, I would consider this as another level. So that's going to probably be all the levels for me today. So you guys have an idea about the plan that I'm looking for. So one more time, just so everyone knows, what I'm looking at right now is possible push to all-time highs. If we are able to break it into our R1 level, then that would be beautiful. Maybe a couple points over it before we get a possible rejection into retesting the all-time high again, or even a pullback all the way into this pivot level. If we do continue momentum to the downside, I would love to see this break. This could be our first TP, second TP, and then our possible third and like the biggest one. This might be like the final move, so to speak. So that is kind of the idea I'm looking at. Not sure if it's gonna play out, so please, not financial advice, but yeah. But yeah, I think that's gonna be the end of this session here. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this charting session and a little spiel about trading and just everything else in between. I hope that this made sense. If you guys do have any questions about my chart or anything like that, feel free to let me know. Let me go ahead and actually copy this for you all, and let me paste it into the chat. So in case you guys want to, let me pin it for you too. But in case you guys want to like check it out or whatever the case may be, it's there. And in all of my videos too, my TradingView link is found in the description. So yeah, like it's free for you guys to look at anytime you guys want. For the most part, I have been recently not, like, oh my gosh, my English. Recently, I haven't really been active on charting and posting them, but I am definitely going to get back into it. And it seems that a lot of people actually came into the stream. So thanks everyone for, you know, checking it out and everything. I hope this was helpful. So if you guys want me to do more charting sessions like this, if you found it to be helpful in some way, I can definitely do more of them, because that was the goal for myself too, especially because I've been lazy and not actually charting out my levels. So it would be a good thing for me to do. Just ain't right. What if we want to be scammed? Oh my god, this guy or girl or whoever you are, life is so lonely. You know what, it'd be like that sometimes, but don't allow yourself to get scammed though. You know, don't spend your money on scammers. Yeah, but is there anything else you guys wanted me to cover before I end the stream? Like, this was a lot of people, dude. Holy smokes. I'm so thankful, dude. I was not expecting that many people to pop in. So, next time I'll have to do another poll. I know most people picked, I think Sunday, or I think it was Sunday for my live streams. So I may start just doing like Sunday live streams. Could I go over like my levels and my charts? But I'll probably do another poll board. Hey, what's up, Mahler? First time tuning in. Hey, appreciate you for coming in. Appreciate you. I'm actually finished up here. I shared in the chat, I pinned it on the top, my TradingView charts. So if you want to check it out, feel free to. You know, maybe I can take a quick look at ES, since I don't have anything on ES for the most part. Let me just clear everything up. Let me actually clear everything up. I don't really chart ES, but I do look at it for confluence intraday when I'm trading. My god, I have so many levels on the ES, and I don't even trade it. It's kind of crazy. Okay, you know what? I think I might just leave the rest on the bottom because it's just too much work. But yeah, we break out of this area here. You know what, actually? Is there any patterns playing out? I didn't even check that. Okay, so our daily is matching with our 4 hour. What is our weekly looking like? Oh my gosh, 19,000. That's kind of crazy. Where's our next level? That's pretty insane, dude. Breakout, pull back, retest. Didn't retest the high down here, but we had to push off. 4 hour. Here, yeah. So yeah, it came into this 4 hour zone, so that's why we had to bounce off of the demand zone. Created a new trend line to push to the upside. This little range right here, we finally broke out. Retested the range right here on this candle. Or I'm sorry, retested the top of the range with this candle here. And now we're trying to push higher. Okay, cool. It's Edson, first time live too. Yeah, first time live in forever. The last time I was live on this channel was when I had my old laptop, which I still have. I still have the old laptop. I haven't thrown it away or anything like that, but it was so laggy and I felt so bad for the viewers at that time. So it's kind of nice that I have a Mac now that's modern and up to date, so I'm not lagging anymore. Hopefully I don't sound too bad either. But yeah, let's see. So we had a nice push up, flag break here. Let me see if I can. Yeah, we can just go like this. Flag break. Push up ties. Retest the flag break itself. Couldn't break the high. Came back to retest the zone, or I'm sorry, this consolidation area. Pushed up. Yeah, pushed up again to bounce off. Still continuing high. Same area of rejection. 3 times the charm. We had 1, 2, 3 times rejected here, so that's why we had to pull back into the 4 hour demand zone. Pushed off because it's a 4 hour demand, which is really strong. Same level of resistance. Really strong level, or I'm sorry, really strong push off this level. Still trying to break this resistance area from back on the 24th of January. Failed, came back into this 4 hour zone again. Let me bring up the 4 hour chart. Yep, 4 hour zone again. 1, 2, 3 times we bounced out of it. So this zone is actually kind of weak. So I'm kind of glad we didn't log off yet, because if it's a little bit weak, this may possibly break in the future. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3 to 4 times. Okay, good to know, good to know. Let me make a note of that. I'm gonna just put 3 times each. Oops, okay, cool. Yeah, that's a good note. Okay, sweet. So anyways, we finally bounced out of it, broke out of this. That's not even really a trend here. At least not the best trend. But broke out of it. And we did eventually retest this high. Okay, so. Yeah, it looks pretty good. One thing that I finally say about the NASDAQ and like the stock market for the year too. Now, this is my own opinion based off of what I've learned from my trading friends, is that for election year, typically there like tends to be like some bullish bias on the overall year. Now obviously we're gonna have our usual pullbacks and our ups and downs, but that's what my friends had told me, And he's been in the market for quite some time, and he's like a super professional dude. So that's something I'm trying to keep note of, because every time we have like a crazy pop to the upside, sometimes I get quick to short because I'm like, dude, like there's no way that we're gonna keep going higher, and then it does. So I just need to stay as open minded as possible, because I tend to just get married to positions sometimes. So, anywho, that is for sure going to be the end of all of the charting. So if you guys want to check out the charts on your own screen, click the link that I pinned in the chat. And I'll go ahead and zoom out one more time on the 4-hour time frame here, so you can see all the most recent zones. These little buy things here, like the little sell ones, if you see any of the sell ones, I don't try to use those too much, because I feel like it adds too much bias to my trades, and I want to make sure I'm making trades and executing on trades that are based on what I see, not because this little Autobot is telling me to. So if you guys see that, try not to fall too quick to victim on them. But yeah, Justice, hey, what's up? I'm from Cali, California. Mal, I've been saying the exact same thing. I see Head and Shoulders, failed breakouts, and still going up. Yeah, literally, it's so insane to see that happen. Like the Head and Shoulders thing, I saw that like right off the bat as well, and I thought we're gonna have like a continuation to the downside at this point, like right here, maybe retracing into this level once more, and then we had that multiple touch. So it would have been kind of a nice move to see that kind of like plummet through and then just kind of take some of these levels out. But it just kept on going. It just kept going. So yeah, not sure what to expect with this year, and especially with uncharted territories on the top side. Like it's kind of exciting. Our, you know, like our Roth IRAs, our 401ks are gonna look really good for long-term investments, but it's gonna be a tricky market to trade, and I think that's every day. So I really hope that this charting session was helpful for you guys, and for the people that barely tuned in, I'm sorry that you were only able to catch up a part of it, but feel free to go through the whole live stream again anyways, because it will be posted on my channel. But I kind of go over some of the reasons why I charted some of the levels. And to end the video as well, these are the main things that I use. It's VWAP, so it's going to be this teal line in the middle of my chart right here. VWAP, my pivot points, especially when the pivot points align with my zones, like this one right here, it's right smack dab in the middle, and it's double time frames, and they're higher time frames, so this seems like a pretty solid level for me to consider. And then I do support and resistance. This is automatically applied on the chart for me because I have TradingView Premium. So, you know, I'm kind of lazy and I don't want to mark it myself. So it automatically like marks the level of the highest resistance, and that's the red, and the blue is like the support. And then finally, the trend lines with the breaks is exactly these little green lines and the red lines. But again, I do try to ignore the little buy and sell buttons or signals, because sometimes they're not always accurate, and plus they might not align with what my trading plan is or my execution is. So yeah, but yeah, that is everything. Thank you guys so much for coming into the live stream. If you guys want me to do some more, like whether it's more frequent, I was planning to do like one time a week. Maybe I'll do another one on Sunday if you guys want. Just let me know. Feel free to like comment it in the chat, or I don't even know, like in one of my posted community posts. Like feel free to comment there, wherever you guys want to comment, so that you can let me know. That'd be great. I'll probably throw up a poll too, so it's easier for everyone to just throw your vote in. But yeah, I'm super thankful for everyone that popped in. We had over 223 people in total on the stream at one point, so I'm super thankful for your time and support, and for just coming to hang out with me so late. It's 11:40 p.m. my time in California. So yeah, I'm going to wrap this up, close it out, and feel free to check out the chart, which is pinned in the chat. Hope you guys kill it tomorrow in the market, and hopefully some of the levels that I put on the board here are helpful in some way. If not, if they don't work, please don't come for me because it has been a little bit of time for me to, it's been a little bit of time for me since I last charted, honestly. So, Teenagers from Mars, sorry I missed it. Guess I'll rewind. Yeah, I'm sorry about that, but everything is in the link. If you click it, it goes straight to my TradingView chart, so you're able to see all of my levels if you want to. I would recommend to check out the link through your computer. I've noticed that on the phone it looks kind of quirky. It doesn't really look as pretty, so to speak. I don't really know if that's true. That's what I was told on Twitter. So try to check it out on your desktop if you can. But yeah, thanks so much for tuning in, guys. I will see you guys all hopefully soon. Might be uploading a video sometime this weekend too. So yeah, have a good night and kill it tomorrow in the market. Make sure y'all get your bag and get out because yeah, okay. How do I end the stream? Over here. Okay. Good night, everyone. Your stream is